Oh, Willie D. Welcome to another awesome episode of Camping with Wade's RV.
Come on now. It's that time again of the week. So this week we're going to be talking a little bit about your alter ego.
Oh, what is that?
The dancing RV guy. I don't know if, I guess it's Lil Wade or Lil Wade, depending on how you want to call it. And I think it's just kind of adapted into your personality. I mean, it kind of developed from your personality. But a lot of people, they may not know who Lil Wade is, but they definitely know who the dancing RV guy is. And so that's what we're going to talk about today on the podcast is who is the dancing RV guy? What is the dancing RV guy? How did it happen? And much more. So this topic kind of came about because we've had a lot of customers coming in recently because we reintroduced the dancing on the top of the RV. So whenever you're watching the TV commercials, you're going to see Lil Wade dancing his life away up there. Yeah. And a lot of the folks like it out there. And so we had a customer come in and he said he would not buy a camper unless you danced on top of it. And so we were able to make that happen for him. And it was just a really cool experience. But I wanted you to kind of tell, because this was actually, believe it or not, there was a time when I did not work at Wade's RV. This is before I came on this amazing team. And kind of tell the story about how all of this got started. I know your dad called you and said, hey, you know, I started this new dealership out in Glenpool. I need some help. And you came over here, you started kind of helping out. And it wasn't shortly after that you started dancing on RVs. So I was hoping you might be able to tell us a little bit about that story. And I'll help kind of, you know, tell the story along the way, navigate you through it, make sure you don't forget anything. But tell us a little bit about the dancing RV guy.
Yeah. So, you know, thinking back, you know, funny when you said that, like all these memories just kind of hit me all at once. But it was like that moment in my life where I was trying to actually find my specific place within Wade's RV, within the family dealership. And so I was doing a little bit of like shop work because I'm a certified welder. So I'm out in the shop, I'm welding, I'm helping out where I can. I'm helping with deliveries. Also, I'm working with Randy and my dad to kind of figure out how to be like a general manager type deal. And I'm selling RVs. So I'm doing literally a little bit of everything, trying to figure out like, what value do I add to the family dealership? And so one day, you know, they were like, hey, we start talking to the marketing people. And then I got in on that conversation. Then I'm like, wait, I love this type of stuff, and I could do this.
And you went to school for it.
I went to school at UCO for marketing, So
it's kind of something you already had in your background and stuff, and I'd say the door just kind of opened itself, really.
Yeah, I did. And so I'm like, dude, I was in a fraternity at UCO, and I was in charge of, I was a social chair, and I was the rush chairman. So basically, you're like, that's always promoting and marketing, and like you're like always just keeping people pumped up and together. And so I'm like, I can do that here for Wade's RV. And so Randy started teaching me about some of the stuff when it comes to like ad buying, and then some other people that I'm really good friends with. They were giving me their pointers and stuff with their experience with doing ads, and we had a lot promotion. And I'm like, okay, we have this awesome lot promotion. I need to do a commercial. I need to do something that's like, you know, sticks out, like a pattern interrupt, you know?
And to give the people a little bit of back history, this is just when this facility had opened. So the massive 66 acres with hundreds of RVs, it wasn't like that back at this moment when we're talking about. There was actually a toy hauler that they were using as the office building. So this is like OG days of Wade's RV in Glenpool. So whenever you drive by on the highway, it's not necessarily grabbing your attention. You see there's a lot of RVs out there. But at this moment in time, you guys were just a little dot on the map.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, because
if you come by here now, how do you miss it?
I know, because it was literally a gravel lot in the middle of a field. Like that's what Wade's RV was. And so not a lot of people knew about Wade's RV. We're kind of the new kids on the block when it comes to like lot promotions, when it comes to sales, buying brand new units. We're new at this point in time. But service and all that, people knew to go to my dad to see Wade's RV for service, but we were not on the map for that. So because, you're correct.
Yeah, your dad, once again, backstory for people that didn't know, Wade started Wade's RV from service. He started when he was 19 years old, mowing the grass at Hunter RV, working on RVs out there, doing just very, ground level work. And so he risked it all, mortgaged his house, bought Wade's RV in Sapulpa, and then started growing past that. So people knew, go to Wade for service, but he wasn't he's not a salesman. I mean, he's sold many RVs since I've been here, but that's not his necessary forte. Whenever he shows up to work, he wasn't going to sell RVs. He was going to turn a wrench and work on them. So this was totally new for Wade's RV. Wade's RV had just been mainly a service center, and now you're getting a whole bunch of units out there. Now you got to get rid of them. You got to get people in here to, for one, discover that you're even doing that, because not only are you just trying to sell them, you move total locations. Now we're only 2 miles down the road, but that's 2 miles down the road. And for one, Glenpool wasn't as developed either. I mean, things have really changed a lot.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, this was kind of out in the country even.
People would, so here. Like people from, my friends from like Midtown, like the Tulsa area, they would call us North Dallas. They're like, oh, Glenpool? You mean North Dallas? I'm not driving all the way down there.
15 minutes outside of Tulsa, 4 hours outside of Dallas.
I know, right? So, but that was the joke, you know what I mean? They didn't want to leave that area. So it was that, that was the perception. So my job is like, oh my goodness, I need to get attention. I need to get people's attention and grab it. Just keep their attention for just enough of time to let them know how they could do business with us, how they can find us. And because we're this little gravel lot in the middle of a field on Highway 75. Yeah. And so we were just getting creative, and we had a lot promotion date picked out. We're going along. Our budget, is our marketing budget. Yeah, it's like you got to be creative. And so we were like just thinking of all kinds of creative ways. Myself and Isaac, we were the marketing team at the time. And so I can't really remember, like, it wasn't like, hey, we should dance on an RV and people are going to love it. And it's going to, put us on the map. But it wasn't like a drawn out plan like that. It was really by accident. So I believe Isaac and myself were just talking about it, and we were kind of making, how those old school commercials, like, come on down. So like, I think it was going to be like something kind of funny like that. And we were really trying to do it just to be funny and make a spoof.
And now that you say that, looking at it, because I wasn't at Wade's RV, I thought you guys like green screened it or something. I wasn't quite sure what was going on. But yeah, if you go back and look at the old school video, it's got like flashing $99 a month. I mean, it definitely has that vibe to it. That's funny.
So we were trying to like be funny and make it a spoof, because if you know me, I'm just a big goofball. Like I enjoy life. I don't take...
This is not fake. It's real. This is actually how we are.
This is how I am. And so I literally enjoy life, and I'm like a big Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up. For the aspect of just enjoying life. So we do that. I get up on top of an RV. Isaac records me. We get a little goofy with it. We go in, and he goes in the computer, and he edits.
Doesn't Isaac edit?
Oh yeah,
we know an Isaac edit.
So Isaac gets us all set up, and we send it in, and we just sit back and wait. And then half the crew were like, "Oh man!" And Randy was like, "No, let's don't do this. This is going to tarnish us." People are going to be like,
"I don't want to buy that RV."
Yeah, or like, "Oh,
those guys are too weird,"
or "They're goofy." Like everybody was so scared to be goofy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to be authentically myself, and they're either going to hate it, they're going to appreciate it. Either way, they're
going to like it or not. I mean,
I think they're going to really just see that, oh, these guys are unwavering. They're themselves in such a way that they're just not going to, put on a facade.
So it's a trustworthy thing.
Yeah. So we did that, and then it kind of, people thought it was kind of funny, and then people would kind of make fun, this and that. And then so we ended up finding a kind of a funky song that we kind of edited and mixed together, and kind of added that to it. So when you heard that song, it was so weird and different that you would look at the TV and like, oh, and then you'd see me dancing. And then so we added that element to it. And then I think when we added that to it, it really started, just kicking off. And people just loved it and thought it was awesome and funny. And, we were talking about this beforehand. You were like, hey, this is, a podcast about you, the dancing RV. This podcast is about you, the dancing RV guy, but but it's really not about me.
No, it's about the concept of the dancing RV guy, what it actually stands for. Because I know whenever I came over, I wasn't sure what to think. My first commercial that we made, we had you dancing on top of a Razor as we were driving Harleys as fast as we could with your dad and Randy. So that was the first commercial I ever made. I wasn't quite sure what it was all about, but once I came over, this is my new place of employment. I'm trying to get a good feel and an understanding for it, but I understood it was sincere, and what really took me back was how much it captured everyone. It captured grandparents that were coming in, which a lot of people think, that's the only people that buy RVs are, older retired people. Not the case. No. It would get the parents. As adults, sometimes people put up their guards and, I don't want to do this because, like you said, it's too nerdy or too goofy. Yeah. Well, it'd get their kids, and their kids would love it so much. It'd break down their walls and their boundaries whenever they came in. They were already having a good time because everyone's soft spot is their kids. So if their kids are sitting there watching it and laughing and, oh, man, that dancing RV guy, or every time it comes on, I'll play that theme song right now. Every time you hear that sound, they would just automatically look at the TV, and it was a really cool thing that it kind of developed a community of dancing RV guy fans, but just RVers in general that like to have fun. Because at the other dealership that I worked, I found it was very businessy. It was very not that there's anything wrong with being professional, but example, I like to wear starch jeans that have a crease in them. I was not allowed to wear starch jeans except on Friday, but I could wear cargo shorts or pressed khaki shorts. I mean, it just didn't make a lot of sense with the policies they had. I like to wear fishing shirts and stuff. I wasn't able to do that. And that's what my customers wear. That's how they relate. Yeah,
I was going to butt in and say, how many times do you wear those khaki pants and shorts with your slacks, with your shoes to the campsite?
Never once.
Exactly.
Never once. And that makes a huge difference whenever you're talking to those customers and they're coming in here because you want to relate with your customers. You're selling fun. You're selling RVs. And if you know anything about RVers, they're pretty straight up. And so they don't want to go jumping through hoops or going, just dealing with nonsense and nonsense in business. They just want someone that's sincere, actually goes camping, can tell them good camping advice. And you're able to break down those walls by them seeing that on TV and having those good times and that making them laugh. Because if you're sitting there laughing, I mean, you're having a good time, and it releases those chemicals in your mind. Yeah. I mean, you're messing with people's minds on the TV.
I know. So basically what I would say, the Dancing RV guy is the RV lifestyle. Dancing RV is, sorry, we got a little phone
more so about enjoying yourself and having fun and things like that.
And it promotes what RV camping is all about, man. RV camping is fun. Our customer said it on TV earlier. He said, that's why I came here. RV camping is fun. This is a fun family environment, and that's really what the Dancing RV guy promotes. I mean, just cut loose. Life is too short, man.
It's too short. A little fun. You gotta have some fun. Now, there is a question across the board that I hear all the time, and it's usually from the haters. So let's clear this up.
The haters.
Whenever you're dancing on a roof, now, I don't think we have any RVs that are non-walkable roofs, except for the Tab because it's too small. It's a fully laminated. It's only like 3 foot. But does it damage the roof? Does it cause warranty, problems? Is there any negatives that come from the Dancing RV guy?
Absolutely not. I would say no, it doesn't damage the roof. No, it doesn't mess up with, it doesn't mess with your warranty or anything like that. And I would have to point out the fact that when you bring your RV to Wade's RV for servicing, how do you expect us to get up there on your roof and check your sills?
How are you going to do it at
Maintenance
your house?
Maintenance your AC unit.
You're going to have to walk on your roof. That's why it's called a fully walkable roof.
And why do they put a ladder on the back of the RV so you could climb up the back of the RV? To get on top of your roof. So, I mean, that's been pointed out a time or two, but
debated, but never, no one's ever proved us wrong.
No one's ever brought back an RV that said, hey,
danced on my roof.
Little Wade must have danced on this roof, so I want a refund. Said no one ever.
Yeah, actually, like we were saying, people have actually requested that you dance on their roof before they take delivery. So, no, the only thing it's done is harmed the competition.
Exactly.
That's the only thing negative, and that's a positive for us.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm glad we got to clarify that.
Yeah. So, And, there was a time that I thought it was getting a little overwhelming, with the
there was a lot of dancing.
Yeah, a lot of dancing, a lot of notoriety. And then I had this weird, hey, man, this really isn't about me, but everybody's kind of like a few, groups of people are making it about me, or they think it's about me, but this is not really about me. And it was a little overwhelming, I would have to say. And then I just felt like this, like a puppet, dance for me, puppet, perform for me. And it was kind of weird. And I almost wanted to really stop dancing. And you were there for that. I'm like, man, this is like, I think I'm done. Like, can I just stop dancing? And we did for a little bit, but then we realized how important it was to the customers and to the people, how they kind of how they connected and relate to that dancing and stuff. So we were like,
and throughout the years, I mean, there's been a lot of time. I mean, we've been working together for almost 7 years now. There's a lot of time that has passed, and a lot of people have gone through a lot of life experiences, but there's always the dancing RV guy. So, at very minimum, it brings them kind of a sense of security.
Yeah. So I think I've gotten over that fear or that.
And we changed it up a little bit. Everywhere we would go, you would have to dance on a roof. Yeah. I mean, it didn't matter where. If we were going to McDonald's, they were going to put you on the roof and have you dance up there. Yeah. So we changed it up a little bit, and I think that also kept it fresh and kept it where it was still there in everyone's mind, but it wasn't overwhelming for you or me. It's not easy to videotape that stuff. I mean, you got to fly drones and all sorts of nonsense. So we brought it down, but we still kept it there because it is very important as I would say a foundational pillar of Wade's RV now is dancing RV guys. And when you're going down the highway on promotional days, you'll get to see them on top of the roofs, and they'll be dancing for hours. So you can see them all day long.
Yeah, I have backup dancers now, so that's kind of fun. But so the dancing RV guy is going to be here forever. We're going to continue to have fun with that, and we thank everybody for supporting us and sharing and just having fun with us. Customers send us videos of them dancing,
and dance offs at the shows, at the RV shows. I love it. It gets a little, it gets a little tiring for you, but I get to sit back and love it. Yeah, I get to sit back and laugh and videotape, and it's great when a customer comes up and is like, "I want to dance with you, little Wade," and you just have a little dance off right there.
That's always fun. Yeah, I think the Shriners, they're out there all the time, and the last famous dance off was the Baby Shark dance off.
Yes,
that was kind of fun.
It was a super big time. But I love it, and that's just another reason why I love working here at Wade's RV is we have a good time. We're relatable people, and we're really just focused on that customer experience, because that's what it's all about.
We're the guys that actually go camping, and so we had another podcast that
going camping this weekend actually with my in-laws.
Where at?
My backyard.
Heck yeah!
Yeah, so they're actually coming into town. It'll be a really great time. I'm blessed. I have really cool in-laws, but they're going to be camping in the RV, so I'm going to be out there getting it set up. So I'll be like part-time camping because I got to make sure it's running right. They're not full RVers yet.
Okay,
I got to make sure it's
baby
running efficiently.
Steps.
Baby steps. They'll be fully versed hopefully after this weekend.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I was talking to the vice president of sales, Matt from Newmar, and he said that they actually go, they have 2 demo units that they make everybody in their factory go and use those motorhomes, so they know when they're building them motorhomes, like, hey, this is the functionality, or hey, maybe we should put that cup holder here instead of there. And so I think that's really awesome. We also do that here at Wade's RV. Once a year, we try to get a couple of travel trailers and take those out to Lake Keystone and just kind of rotate with our sales staff and go out there and enjoy the RV lifestyle. And so just know that since, we take the time to go RV camping and we enjoy and love RV camping, we're the guys that are going to be a little bit more experienced when it comes to answering your questions on troubleshooting while RV camping.
We know what we're talking about.
Yes, we do.
The other guys, they don't. I mean, that's the whole thing is if you don't RV camp, you're just selling someone a product, basically a metal shell with some cool furniture.
Yeah.
And that's all they're selling you. They're not selling you the experience and what you're actually going to enjoy in it.
Yep.
That's just facts. So
there you go.
If you want to buy an RV from RVers, come see us. Give Willie D a call. Give Little Wade a call. We'll get you set up.
All right. Well, that's a wrap on this episode. Until next time, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tune in to our YouTube channel every Friday at 10 a.m. where we bring you another fresh podcast episode.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time.